Hello everyone, this is the Action Figuratorium. I am Mark Major, a humble studio owner here in Southeast Portland, also a real big toy collector. And about once a month what I like to do is a show that I call Catch and Release, where I give back to the collector community by eBaying off some of my loot, some of my stash, things that I've picked up along the way and have enjoyed, and now maybe it's your turn to enjoy it. It's kind of the cycle of life for people who like to collect cool and interesting things. So today I'm going to be going through 10 items. Yes, 10 items, all going up on the eBays in which you can participate. So everybody should stick around. All right, I'd like to remind you guys that we are now back into wearing gray clothing. That is the season we are in. And I know a lot of you guys think that I make up the rules for these. I don't make up the rules. These rules made by someone else. These are the guidelines. I'm just following the guidelines. And the guidelines say that we got to get back to wearing gray colored clothing right now. Sorry, that's the way it goes. Just following orders. All right. Regarding these auctions, first thing, a lot of people are asking, okay, how do I find your auctions? Well, good news, I'm going to give you my username, Coolbots with a Z. Not going to go through the explanation why it's with a Z. Let's just acknowledge that it is. Second of all, these are Dutch auctions, and what that means is if it doesn't sell after, say, like a week or so, I lower the price, and as time goes by, the price gets lower, and eventually you own it. Okay, Dutch auctions, Coolbots. Last thing, probably the most important thing if you ask me, if you are someone who watches this show and you end up, for whatever reason, I don't care, but for whatever reason you end up actually buying something from me, whether it's in the show or not, but you watch the show and you buy something, let me know through the power of eBay in the transaction details. Send me a note, say, hey Mark, I watched the show, yada yada, that kind of thing, and I will make sure that you receive a very special tchotchke with your item. Now, everybody who buys something from me, whether they watch the show or not, gets a thank you card, okay? And it's a genuine thank you card. I write on the card, I say thank you. But if you watch the show, I want you to get a very special tchotchke. Okay, let's start the item browsing now. 10 items. Now, some of you have said, okay, I've seen some of your previous catch and release shows in the past, and item-wise, right, the goods you're selling, a little bit low energy. Okay, I hear you. And a little bit low energy with the things I was letting go of. Today, we're going to make up for all those. This is going to be the show that maybe you become a subscriber on. And if you're a subscriber, maybe this is the show you unsubscribe. I don't know. I don't pick these things. You pick those things. Here we go. First item. Does anybody remember 4-inch action figures? Actually, 3.75. But we just say 4-inch nowadays. It rolls off the tongue. It's easier and kind of makes sense. Well, if you do, some of you may collect Star Wars action figures and you may be a little low on Clone Troopers. I don't know how that's possible. If you go to Galactic Figures and you search for Clone Trooper, you're going to find about 1 million entries, okay? But this is a 2008 Captain Rex and only $10. Think about it. Accessories, doesn't come with any. Actually, it's not true. Looks like he has a pistol in the pistol holder. It's probably glued in there. Who knows? All right. Let's move on to another one. This is not an entire Clone Trooper show, but it's going to open with a bit of the Clone Trooperage. In the beginning here, another 4-inch figure. This is a Commander Bakara. He's got kind of the maroon shoulder and skelet going on. Anyways, good guy, 10 bucks. I definitely know everyone out there needs one. All right, last of the Clone Troopers. Does anybody remember Star Wars Transformers crossovers? Well, if you don't, congratulations. They happened, and sometimes they look like this. This is actually the Republican gunship. It does turn into a Transformer. I do have a picture of it transformed. I'm not going to show it. You know why? I'm tired, and also it's a Transformer. We get it. We know what they look like. The gunship, though, actually looks pretty cool, and it's fits, you know, it's like in the size of your hand. It's pretty good. I got it up for $20. Pretty sure it'll go for a lot less. Not worried about it, but it's a cool piece, actually. All right, moving along. How about skeleton troopers from Fortnite? Do you have any of these yet? If not, maybe this is how you jump into Fortnite. Maybe you start with these guys because they look generically evil or something. The guy in the front is called Inverted because he's white. That's just what they call the reverse paint guys that they came out with. They ran out of ideas and they just flipped the colors. So he's called Inverted, and he's 6-inch, and he comes with that weird weapon. And the guy behind him is a regular skeleton trooper. I don't think he's glow in the dark. I probably should have tested that. That might actually make it more... people might want it. But that guy is 7-inch, and I believe what happened was, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe one company had the license and made characters, and they made both like 7-inch guys, but also like 4-inch guys, and then the license went to somebody else who is now making, I think Hasbro has it now, and I think they're doing them all 6-inch characters. And so now we've got all these 4, 6, and 7-inch. It's weird, but if you're going to get into it, maybe this is where you get into it. $20, 2 figures, 10 each, and they're heavy. You could like throw them at somebody and hurt them. Let's move on. This thing, this is a Thrift Store Rescue. This was in a bag of stuff that I didn't pay much for, so I'm willing to accept not much for it. This is actually a Venom Extreme Cycle, and if it were complete, it would be worth a lot of money. They would be worth about 65, 75 bucks or so if it had the little kind of top part of the mouth, which obviously you can see is broken. Bummer, but that's the way it came. Anyways, it's still a cool motorcycle. It's still got like cool everything on it. Just needs something to go there. I don't know, maybe someone could sit there. I don't know. I actually have a picture on my Instagram of those 2 skeleton troopers, you know, one sitting in the front there and one riding, driving, and etc. And it looks pretty cool. So the asking price is $30. It's not going for $30. It's going for a lot less. But there's a best offer. If you want this thing for cheap, you should probably jump in and get it because I'll take pretty much anything. All right, here we go. Wind-up toys. Little 1/72nd scale Panzer IV ambush camouflage tank. You pull it back and it dries for a little bit, and then you get tired and you put it away. This guy, $9.99, was in a bag of toys. Gotta go. Thrift Store Rescues, gotta go. Okay, art toys, vinyl toys, urban designer toys, things like Kid Robot, and this is made by Bear Brick, and these things are super collectible except for when they're not, kind of like Funkos, kind of like Kid Robot. Everybody wants them for a lot of money, and then nobody wants them. But this guy is kind of cool. He's called Devil Bear, and I think I got him for $20. Also, Thrift Store Rescue. Probably let it go for a lot less. Let it go Dutch down a few bucks. Jump in, buy it, get yourself a tchotchke. And the tchotchkes are good, by the way. If you think they're not good, you let me know. I'll send you another tchotchke. Okay, does anybody remember Mini-Mates? I wish you did, because this is a Mini-Mates vehicle. Specifically, it is a time machine. It is DeLorean. It is Back to the Future. It's the Back to the Future Mini-Mates DeLorean. And this would actually fit any little minifigure guys. Not quite Lego. It's a little big for Lego, but it'd be good for Roblox. If you do Roblox, this would be a cool car to have. Anyways, Thrift Store Rescue, $20 for this thing. Pretty sure I would take less, but gotta start somewhere. Gotta put some number out there, and somebody might really be looking for this. Okay, we're almost done. We got 3 left to go. Now, interesting cat. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is obviously a Spider-Man car. It's obviously like a dune buggy. It's obviously kind of made out of just a couple pieces of colored plastic, so it's kind of cheap, right? It's kind of like a lunch pail, you know what I mean? Sand pail. It's one of those. Not a lot of detail. Does work. Does roll in really good condition. It is 2022. Came with a 6-inch Spider-Man figure. Not a very sort of beefy one. Real thin. So this is 1/12 scale. However, if you put a Hulk in it, it would take up the entire front seat. You could put like a really slender kind of a Black Widow A Marvel Legends figure in this would look pretty good. A couple of Marvel Legends girls would look pretty cool cruising around in this. You could use like G.I. Joe scale 4-inch guys. They swim around a little bit in it. It's a little big, but also for most 6-inch guys, it's a little small. But this is pretty cool. We're asking for $20, and of course, willing to take less if it means taking less. But that's a cool piece. Somebody should scoop that up. I think that would be a cool thing to have, especially for your summer beach action figure photography. All right, this guy. People complaining, Mark, not enough new in package shit that nobody wanted in the first place. Well, I got you covered, okay? I got you covered on this one. Anyone remember Mego? They're back, and they've been back for a while, and they still have licenses, and they're just making everything and anything because they're like third rail to Super 7 Reaction and Funko Pops, okay? So these Mego guys, they're 8 inches. They kind of go with everything. This is a Wolfman, new in pack. I'm going to say $20 for this. And when I give you these numbers, they also include the shipping. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I kind of make out on, the shipping. And if I have to ship to Florida, well, then you clearly win. So to all my Florida buyers, I'm waiting for you. Tchotchke, let me know. All right, last item of this catch and release, and also thank you to everybody who's made it to the end. We're going to end on this, Shocker Toys. Does anybody remember them? I hope not. I think they did people a dirty. I think they went out with a bunch of people's money or something like that. I don't know. There's a story behind these guys. I don't know what it is, but if you do know, put it in the comments, and if I can verify and it sounds real, get yourself a Taxman working t-shirt, courtesy of me. So Shocker Toys, this is Shadowhawk. This figure is now being made by McFarlane Toys, who's made like 1 million of them. This is the original Shocker Toys one. These are kind of budget action figures. They're kind of lo-fi. They're extremely rare and hard to get, especially the black variant. The starting price for this guy is $40, but I happen to know that I will take less, a lot less. Make it worth my time to just get up out of the chair and ship it to you, and I will do so. All right, that's the 10 items for this week's catch and release. Also would like to mention that I'm open to trades, assuming we vet each other and you feel good about shipping me something to like a P.O. box in Milwaukee, Oregon. If it checks out, I would ship the thing back. What kind of stuff do I like to trade for? I don't know. Just make it interesting, really. I mean, you see the shit I'm getting rid of and think more of that. So that concludes this episode again. Thanks to everybody who made it this far. Catch everybody next one.